Hi everyone, this is Gary from Automotive. Today we're at the 2025 Boise Roadster Show, the premier show in Idaho. Let's go inside and check it out.
Little 69 Dodge Dart that I found in 1990 at a wrecking yard. It had hit a telephone pole and it was all the way into about here, so it had a lot of damage on it. I saved this car in my garage for about 30 years, gathering all the parts it was going to take to put it back together. I finally got retired, and this last March we started this project, had it water blasted, and then I opened up the Classic Industries catalog and made real good friends with them. And so I've been restoring cars ever since I was a kid, Mopars. And so I've done everything to this. I rebuilt the transmission, I rebuilt the engine, I welded up all the quarter panels or anything, the welding that needed to be done. The only thing I didn't do was mount the vinyl top and mount and balance the tires. It's a fun little car. It's got a lot of get up and go with this big block.
So what size motor is in it?
This is one of the factory 39 that were made with a 383 Magnum, but they called them a 383 4-barrel because of that silly exhaust manifold that's pinched off so much for power steering that it took 5 horsepower away on the 383s. And this is the last year of the Dodge Dart convertibles, and they made 73 of them, 34 4-speeds and 39 automatics. And on the GTS registry right now, there is 11 of this car registered, and mine isn't one of them. It's not a very high option car. I've got all the options written down off of the fender tag, and it even came with an AM radio for an option.
Of course.
But, I sure like it. I've always liked Dodge Darts, and because of the super stock Dodge Darts, I just love this body style.
What color is your car? It's very striking.
This car was originally B5 bright blue, and now that they've coming up with the newer Dodge colors, it's painted PB5, which is intense blue poly. It has a poly in it, and it's a single stage paint, so there's nothing fancy about it. It's just a lot prettier than the original colors. And we were really lucky at Classic Industries. We could get all of the original fabric for the interior, and this is the original bright blue interior that would have came with this car. And I just couldn't put 14 by 5.5 rims on this car, so she had to have 15 by 7s, make it drive better.
It's an automatic?
This is an automatic, and I chose to use the wood grain knob on the console. If you come in here and look at this console, it's got a real beautiful wood grain knob. But halfway through the year in '69, they went to that knob about 1 month after this car was built, so I went and put that knob in there.
And you've redone the complete interior on this also?
Yeah, it was really easy to buy the kits out of Classic, and then you hog ring them on. You put a little Dacron in there and build them up and stretch them over, and it's actually pretty easy. The back seat I thought was going to be hard, but it was the easiest of all. So anybody can do it. It just takes. My motto is you got to spend at least 1 hour a day on your project, even if it's sitting in the house cleaning parts at night, watching TV. And if you do that, you will get your project done. I spent all winter time preparing parts and interior pieces and chrome strips for this car, and bagging them and boxing them until it was ready for build.
It came out so nice.
It actually only took me 4 months to do this build, because halfway through the summer I built my grandson a Roadrunner, and I built another friend of mine a big block drag race Challenger. And then I got back on my car back in about August so that we could get it pushed into my paint shop before the cold weather. And so it only took me about 4 months to do this whole project.
It just came out so nice. I love
Anybody can do it.
Well, you have to have the patience, because sometimes things don't go the way you want, right?
Yeah, especially the aftermarket parts. They can't make them exact. They have to be 10% different somewhere. And so you have to figure out where that 10% is at. And so there's a little bit of fitting and fine-tuning on some of the parts.
I remember seeing it when you had primer on it and you were showing me, and it was like, wow, came to fruition. It's super nice. Awesome job.
In 1969, I went to a local high school here in Boise, Capitol High, and I bought my car. It was a 68 Plymouth Roadrunner that looked like this, although it wasn't this nice. And I bought it from my uncle who owned the dealership here locally. And I drove it for a while. It had issues, put a new motor in it, fixed it all up, drove it all through high school, dated my sweetheart that I married, that we married for 50 years this year. And then in 1972, I sold it, which is the dumbest thing I ever did. Well, years went by, kids, all those things that happened to you, couldn't afford anything. And finally now, after all the kids have grown and gone, I had the opportunity to buy this 68 Belvedere out of a field in Wyoming. It was blue, and my dream was to rebuild what I had in high school. So after 2.5 years and a lot of money and a lot of sweat and hard work, we built this car, which is a 68 Belvedere, kind of cloned like a Roadrunner. And because I put a Hellcat motor in it, I call it a Helvedere. And we're
beautiful car.
Thank you. We're just going to enjoy it. And this is the only car show probably it'll ever be in. And then I'm going to drive it and have fun. And that's the story behind it. And if you look down here, you can see the original license plate for my car. There's a Letterman's jacket from Capitol High School here in Boise. And there's the original bill of sale for the original car. And if you look at that bill of sale, it says down here that I have to keep my hair nice and groomed on the contract.
By his uncle, yeah.
My uncle wrote that in there in the contract.
And promises
That's
to keep
funny.
his hair.
That's funny.
That's the story.
It came out really nice.
It's a good story, isn't it?
It is.
All right, we're good.
Midnight on the porch, coffee's getting cold, thinking about the stories my father told. The world's heavy, but the night feels kind when the blues start playing in my troubled mind. Oh, this life, it cuts and it heals. Every road I walk, every turn of the wheel, I can't shake the weight, but I keep moving slow. Country blues in my soul, that's all I know. I work these hands down to the bone, sang my pain in a voice of stone. The whiskey is gone, but the truth remains. Freedom's just a song in a lonesome train. It cuts and it heals. Every road I walk, every turn of the wheel, I can't shake the weight, but I keep moving slow. Country blues in my soul, that's all I know. I ain't rich, but my song is mine. Carry my burdens in a broken rhyme. It cuts and it heals. Every road I walk, every turn of the wheel, I can't shake the weight, but I keep moving slow. Country blues in my soul, that's all I know.